Ang context po ng ating pag-aaralan ay makikita po natin sa Jeremiah chapter 51 at 52. Nangyari ito around 586 BC. This was the last year of Israel or Judah as a nation. And finally, Babylon destroyed the proud city of Jerusalem, including the temple. Sinunog nila ito. It was the glory of the Hebrew people. Pero wala na. It was a difficult pill to swallow bilang isang Israelita. That you are no longer free, wala na kayong bansa, pinatapon pa kayo sa malayong lugar, doon sa Babylon. Napahiya ng gusto. Itong aklat na ito ay masasabi natin isang lament o isang poem. At sinundan to, yung pagkakasulat nito, yung Hebrew alphabet. 22 Hebrew alphabet. Kaya makikita po natin, bawat chapter ay mayroong 22 verses. Except for chapter 3, it's basically 3 times lamang yung inuulit bawat Hebrew alphabet. So you have 66 verses. So 5 laments or 5 poems in all captured by Jeremiah the prophet. At ang aklat na ito ng Panagoy ay binabasa sa synagogue worship during the time na nagfa-fasting sila on the 9th day sa buwan ng Ab. Sometime around July sa calendar natin. Sa mga worship services nila, whether sa umaga or sa gabi. So kung ikaw ay isang Israelita na nabubuhay ng panahon na yun, na wala ng bansa, pinatapon pa sa malayong lugar, anong mararamdaman mo? Ang title ng ating sermon for today exactly deals with the feelings of these people. The sermon title is Dealing with Misery and Desolation. So ang tanong natin, bakit naging miserable ang buhay ng mga Israelita? Bakit sila naging desolate? Particularly sa kanilang pagkakatapon or exile doon sa bayan ng Babylon. Look at Lamentations chapter 1, verse 5. Tingnan natin sa verse 5. Sabi ron, her foes have become the head. Her enemies prosper. Because the Lord has afflicted her for the multitude of her transgressions. Sa sobrang dami na lang nagawang kasalanan ng mga Israelita, ito na naging judgment ng Panginoon. It's time for them to be sent into exile, even though they were the chosen and beloved people of God. Let us also read Ezekiel chapter 39, verses 21 to 24. Sabi ron, and I will set my glory among the nations, and all the nations shall see my judgment that I have executed, and my hand that I have laid on them. The house of Israel shall know that I am the Lord their God from that day forward. And the nation shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they dealt so treacherously with me, that I hid my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their adversaries, and they all fell by the sword. I dealt with them according to their uncleanness and their transgression, and hid my face from them. That was basically the reason bakit sila pinatapon ng Panginoon. But let's look at bakit naging miserable ang buhay ng mga Israelita. Bakit sila naging desolate doon sa bayan ng Babylon? Tatlong bagay. Una, as God's people, they broke their covenant with Yahweh. Israel was the chosen people of God. Nakipag-covenant si God sa kanila, starting from Abraham, hanggang kay Moses, hanggang kay David. Nandun talaga yung covenant ng Panginoon sa kanila. That I will be your God, you shall be my people. Out of all the peoples of the earth, you are my treasured possession. Pero ano nangyari? After many years, over the years, eto na ang mga taong ito, mga Israelita. They broke the covenant, their covenant with Yahweh. Let's read Jeremiah 11, verses 7 to 13. Sabi rito, "For I solemnly warned your fathers when I brought them up out of the land of Egypt, warning them persistently even to this day, saying, Obey my voice. Yet they did not obey or incline their ear. But everyone walked in the stubbornness of his evil heart. Therefore I brought upon them all the words of this covenant, which I commanded them to do, but they did not." So yan po ang nangyari. And then, later on, sinabi niya dito, sabi ng Panginoon, "The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant that I made with their fathers. Therefore, thus says the Lord, Behold, I am bringing disaster upon them that they cannot escape." Mga kapatid, kahit sabihin natin tayo ay pinili ng Panginoon, we are God's chosen people, hindi ibig sabihin nun, God will not judge us, God will not punish us, our life will not become miserable. It really, what happens to us depends also on what we do. Gusto ng Panginoon i-bless tayo. Pero kung minsan, dahil sa katigasan ng ating ulo, lumalayo tayo sa Panginoon, nabe-break natin ang covenant natin sa Kanya, kaya ito ngayon, nagiging miserable ang ating buhay. Pangalawa, as God's people, they have embraced the sinful lifestyle of their neighboring nations. Kinaya nila yung makamundong pamumuhay, makasalanang pamumuhay ng mga bansang nasa paligid nila. Sabi nga sa Judges chapter 21 verse 25, this was during the time after ni Moses ay ang leader nila ay si Joshua. Pero nung namatay si Joshua, eto na ang nangyari. God raised up judges to rule Israel, pero short period of time lamang. Ito ang characterization ng buhay nila during those times. Judges 21 verse 25. Sabi ron, "In those days, there was no king in Israel. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes." Nag-asawa sila ng mga foreigners na pinagbabawal ng Panginoon. Na-involve sa immoralidad. Kinaya nila yung kasamaan na ginagawa ng mga tao sa paligid nila, like murder, usury, pagpapato ng interes na napakalaki sa mga pautang, usury. And the worst of this, ginaya nila yung ginagawa ng mga taong ito na sarili nilang anak, sarili nilang pamilya, sinasacrifice sila sa kanilang Diyos-Diyosan. Let's look at Jeremiah 7:31. "And they have built the high places of Tophet, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and their daughters in the fire, which I did not command, nor did it come into my mind." Mga kapatid, yan ang isa pang dahilan. Bakit naging miserable at desolate ang buhay nila doon sa Babylon nung pinatapon sila ng Panginoon? Because they have copied, kinopya nila yung lifestyle, sinful lifestyle ng mga taong nasa paligid nila. At pangatlo, God's people Israel had turned to idol worship. Sabi nga sa Judges chapter 2, verses 11 to 13. Okay? Just a few years after na namatay si Joshua, ito nang ginawa ng mga tao. The people of Israel did what was evil in the sight of the Lord and served the Baals. And they abandoned the Lord, the God of their fathers, who had brought them out of the land of Egypt. They went after other gods from among the gods of the peoples who were around them, and bowed down to them. And they provoked the Lord to anger. They abandoned the Lord and served the Baals and the Ashtaroth. In Jeremiah chapter 11 verse 13, ito rin ang sinabi ni Prophet Jeremiah. For your gods have become as many as your cities, O Judah, and as many as the streets of Jerusalem are the altars you have set up to shame, altars to make offerings to Baal. Yung mga Diyos-Diyosan na yan, kinamuhian ng Panginoon yan. Para sa ngayon, wala na tayong mga ganyang rebulto, wala tayong mga Diyos-Diyosan. Pero tanongin pa rin natin, mag-reflect pa rin tayo. Bawat isa sa atin. Anong pakiramdam mo ngayon? Are you beginning to feel miserable? Are you feeling desolate? Bakit? Bakit nagiging miserable na rin ang buhay mo? Napakalagang sagutin natin yan. Ano ang iniiyakan mo these days? Sa buhay ng mga Israelita, nakita natin, we will suffer the consequences of our wrong decisions and sins. Yan po ang mangyari sa buhay po natin, mga kapatid.